baby bus!
Let's go, Sheriff Labrador!
Special episode, The Riddle of the Traffic Light Monster, Part 2.
It wasn't Traffic Light Monster who stole the tomatoes.
Sheriff Labrador was standing in the tomato field, and a beam of confidence flashed behind his dark, round eyes.
Based on the footprints and wheel marks at the scene, it is likely that a gang of animals worked together to steal the tomatoes. Now, the last remaining section of the tomato field is almost ripe. My guess is that they'll probably come back.
Lily the lamb was so anxious that the wool all over her body stood on end.
Mr. Sheriff Labrador, my dad worked really hard at growing our tomatoes. We can't let those thieves get their hands on the last remaining section. Please help us catch the thieves.
Before Sheriff Labrador could reply, Larry the golden retriever confidently made a promise to Lily.
Don't worry, there's no case that Uncle Labby can't solve. Right, Uncle Labby?
That's right.
Sheriff Labrador agreed and gave a confident smile.
I will definitely catch the thieves and help you protect the remaining tomato field.
Outside the tomato field stood a small vending cart with a sign reading, "Sweet at Heart Tomato Juice" on the front. Next to that cart stood two lizards, one as red as a tomato with his brows furrowed.
Alas, we already sold so much tomato juice, but the money we made still isn't enough to cover our needs.
Another lizard, as green as a stalk of celery, sighed.
Boss asked us to hand over $1,000 tomorrow. To do that, we have to get another batch of tomatoes tonight.
Then out of the tomato field walked yet another lizard, as yellow as a banana.
Guys, the last section of the tomato field is ripe. It's time to harvest.
The three lizards, red, yellow, and green, were chubby and had heads as round as balls. The three of them put their heads together and then chanted loudly.
We are the most lovable, dashing, and charming lizards in the lizard family. Quintus!
Sextus!
Septimus!
Our goal is to pull tomatoes off the vine.
Make money hand over fist.
Yeah, let's go!
These three chubby lizards were Quintus the lizard, Sextus the lizard, and Septimus the lizard of the lizard family. They were heading into the tomato field, pushing the vending cart, but their stomachs rumbled with hunger. So they took 3 bottles of tomato juice out of the vending cart and gulped them down.
Hee-hee! Hungry, thirsty, drank sweet at heart tomato juice.
Ah, it tastes so sweet.
It gives me the energy to get work done.
At night, a gust of wind rustled through the tomato field.
Simon the sheep is very skilled at planting tomatoes. These tomatoes look so sweet and fresh.
Let's harvest this tomato field. Tomorrow, after another day of tomato juice sales, we'll have just enough money. Oh, it's so dark. Turn on your flashlight, Quintus.
Sure thing.
Quintus the lizard turned on a flashlight. With the 3 lizards lined up one after the other, the flashlight shining on their heads made them look like traffic lights from afar.
Let's get started, guys!
They took out their tools and were about to start picking the tomatoes.
Stop right there, you 3 lizard brothers!
But a voice stopped them in their tracks. The police cars stationed around the tomato field suddenly turned on their headlights, illuminating the entire field. The 3 lizards looked over their shoulders and saw a dashing figure standing in front of one of the police cars. It had a mango-shaped face and dark, round, beaming eyes.
Sheriff Labrador, what are you doing here?
Of course, I'm here to catch the thieves.
Sheriff Labrador gave a confident smile.
Lizards, you were the ones who stole Simon the sheep's tomatoes, using them to make juice for money. Not only are you suspected of theft, but your tomato juice has caused food poisoning in many animals. What do you have to say to that?
Oh, yeah, we did steal the tomatoes. But your food poisoning? What are you talking about?
Hey, that's not important. First, let's find a way to escape.
The 3 lizards' minds raced over how to make their escape as their eyes darted back and forth. Suddenly, they felt a sharp pain in their stomachs.
Oh, my tummy!
It hurts!
clutched their stomachs, writhing on the ground in pain with beads of sweat forming on their foreheads.
This is awful. Looks like they've got food poisoning too. What have you eaten, lizards?
The lizards writhing on the ground pointed to the vending cart. They were in too much pain to speak. Sheriff Labrador looked at the vending cart and found a dirty knife and an unclean juicer sitting on top, with several glasses of leftover juice from who knew when inside of them. Sheriff Labrador figured out what happened in an instant.
All right, guys. In the process of making fresh juice, everything must be clean. Also, you have to try to finish drinking freshly squeezed juice as soon as possible, because juice soon goes bad quickly in the hot summer weather. Drinking spoiled juice is likely to cause symptoms like stomach pain. I'll get you to the hospital first, but after you've recovered, you will face justice.
Okay, Sheriff Labrador.